You are listening to the strongest podcast in CrossFit. This is the Type1lifting Podcast. Before we start the show, I'd like to thank the sponsors that are helping this podcast grow. The first one is Liberté Lifestyle. Liberté Lifestyle have the best knee sleeves in the game. I've worn all different types of knee sleeves, and I always go back to Liberté. They're super durable, they don't rip, and they last a very, very long time. So go check out Liberté Lifestyle and check out all the different styles of knee sleeves that they have. And then the next one we have is Hero Barbell. Hero Barbell is the fastest growing barbell company in the functional fitness community. Their barbells have all different colors, all different designs, super comfortable. The knurlings are amazing, and the spin on these barbells are absolutely insane. So go to Hero Barbell to check out all the different type of barbells that they have in stock. And then the last one is Sharpen the Axe. Sharpen the Axe, I've been wearing their clothes for multiple years. They're long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, shorts. I always wear them. You may have even seen them on the podcast before they became a sponsor. Super comfortable. The shorts I always wear working out because I just feel like they're a better fit for me compared to the Nikes or any other shorts in the game. So all these companies, I have a promo code. It's all Type 1. So click Type 1 in all the promo code sections and you get 10% off of every item you get. So once again, thank you for these companies to help this podcast grow. And let's go to the show. All right, guys, I am outnumbered with 3 girls to 1. So welcome to the Type1lifting Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Lennon. I have 3 CrossFit athletes, female CrossFit athletes in the podcast today. First time ever, so I'm really excited about this. On the top, I have Aaliyah Miller. On the bottom, I have Hannah Hardy. And then on the other side, I have Kelly. So what's going on, ladies?
Hello there. How are you? It's kind of nice not being the only girl on the podcast. Not gonna lie.
I know. Like when we were, I wanted to do something like this for a while. I just thought like since Xander and Vic couldn't make it, so I was like, okay, I think this is right now a great time to get like the outnumbered podcast going on. So I'm really excited about this, about all the topics, quarterfinals, teams, like all this kind of stuff. But typically for the ladies that haven't done this, we usually go over like what's been going on for the past month. I know Kelly, we've talked recently, so but Aaliyah, I know you moved to Nevada. You're in a tiny house now, so what was the reason for the move, and what are you doing?
So I was out in Kansas and I just couldn't afford to really stay there anymore. Rent was getting too expensive. I was training alone every day and that was starting to get old. So it was kind of at the point where I was like, well, do I quit CrossFit or quit competitive CrossFit and get a real grown-up job? That might be my only option. And then Sean Sweeney posted about looking for somebody to come out, coach for him, train with him, and in return, live in a tiny house on his property. And so I sent him a message. He responded about 4 months later.
Of course you did.
But here I am living in a tiny house in Sean's front yard. I coach at his gym, CrossFit Power Stroke, and now I get to train with him and the crew that we have out here. And it's been awesome. I'm so happy to be here.
That's awesome. So for a tiny house, like how small is this tiny house?
It's like a shed. So I'm in my living room right now, which is also my dining room, my kitchen, my closet. And then I've got a loft upstairs where my bed is. That's about it.
Is it like 800 feet? Like, is it like maybe like 13 feet by 13 or something like that?
If I had to estimate, I'm really bad at estimating these things. Maybe like 20 feet by 10 feet, something like that.
Damn. Okay. Okay. So it's like a New York City apartment for like $3,000. Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So how is it training with Sean Sweeney? I know you said it
Oh,
was
it's so much
good.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John's a good dude.
He is?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to be around. He's an awesome coach and an awesome training partner. Um, when I first got here, he was kicking my ass pretty bad in every workout. And then after a couple months, I actually beat him for the first time in regionals Linda. So that was pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
And then that was maybe like 2 months ago. And since then, I've beaten him a handful of times. He still kicks my ass a lot. But it's pretty cool to be able to hang with him and definitely get a push from him and hopefully push him a little bit sometimes.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Let me add Kelly back. So,
Guys, I don't know what happened.
okay. All good. It happens. It's StreamYard once in a while. So no worries.
Yeah.
So, well, that's awesome. So,
He told me he had to drink a full thing of salsa.
Yes, our agreement was the first time I beat him in a workout, he had to chug a pint of salsa.
So
Oh
is
my
it
God.
Video
like
on my Instagram?
is it like super spicy or is it like just regular mild stuff?
It's like a mild green salsa.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, but still.
Yikes.
Still, that's Sean's all about his bets, though.
Yeah, honestly, the way that he chugged any liquid is very impressive.
so has he challenged you like to like a
It's pretty
drinking
funny.
competition once? Like, obviously not now, but like, when you got there, like, hey, let's party.
Sorry, you cut out for a second. What was
Oh,
that?
no, you're good. So did Sean like, give you like a drinking competition with like you and him together, like because he's so competitive?
No, I don't drink.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
okay, that's not true. We had a competition that we ran through the gym last weekend, and at the end of the competition, the MC that came out, his name's Joel, and he always does a Topo Chico challenge at the end of the competition. So Sean and I partnered for that, but since I don't drink, Sean drank both the Topo Chicos and I did most of the rowing, and we did not win, but that's because we were competing against like 215-pound men on a rower. So sorry, Sean.
So what is it like coaching at this place compared to the Cobra Command where you were before?
It's very different. It's a very small town here. I'm in Fallon, Nevada. I think the population is like 8,000. And so it's very much small town vibes. We're like an hour from Reno, but there's nothing out here besides Fallon. And like half of our gym is the volunteer fire department. So it's in some ways it's a little more laid back because it's not like in Kansas it felt like we were always having to figure out how to be the best CrossFit gym in the area because we were always competing with other CrossFit gyms in the area. We're the only CrossFit gym in Fallon. So it's much less pressure of like how do we make ourselves better than the other gyms, and it's more like how do we make this the best experience for our members, which is a lot more fun, I think. But it's been really great. The community here is awesome.
That's awesome. That's great. That's great. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But Hannah, what have you been up to since last time we were talking?
Well, I guess I mean I did team quarterfinals. That was fun. We qualified for semis. So excited to go to Knoxville. Very exciting. Man, I don't know what else I talked about. Like, I don't know what else has been up. It's pretty much just me like establishing my, like sports chiropractic practice, or at least my part within the one I joined. And that's in CrossFit. That's really it.
Actually, you have something else, but you haven't talked about your YouTube channel.
Oh my God. So guys, I just post videos of my rehab exercises, and I see Tom comment on them all the time, and he's been giving me advice, but I just post them so I can just send the link to my patients to be like, hey, this is the exercise that we went over today. And yeah, I will say one has blown up, which I don't know why it did.
Barefoot.
It is barefoot. So that is why.
Yeah, you gotta
It
go
has,
barefoot.
Like 30,000 views, which
Oh
I don't know where the internet's going, but I'll take it because I don't know. Maybe at some point I could actually monetize off of it and get some more income coming in. So that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. So you know what's
More
shocking?
foot rehab.
Yeah. So you know what's shocking? If you do more barefoot videos, I guarantee that's gonna go off because like my wife, like I've talked about this before. So she's a fashion influencer for Amazon as well as like Instagram and stuff like that. She's got like 315,000 followers on Instagram. It's
Dude,
insane.
ridiculous.
And it just kills it. And every time she posts like an outfit with like open-toed shoes or like a bathing suit with the like open toe, like all the dudes are like, come get some. Like, can I get some? Like, just like, send me a picture of your feet. I'll pay you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's insane. And I'm like, and Hannah, you should just go barefoot the whole time at your chiropractic office.
I mean, I should. I really like at some point. I mean, we specialize in a lot of runners. I mean, we're in a CrossFit gym, but where I live in Charlottesville, Virginia, and it's a very run-centric community. So, like, actually, most of the stuff I do is like barefoot or wear socks. I'm just gonna like throw off my socks and just let it take off at this point.
Yep. And you should do like close-ups too, like do like ankle rotation drills and like show your barefoot and then like nice.
I'm gonna tell my boss this. So
yeah, slow.
He needs to come help film for this. So
yeah.
If he wants his clinic to take off, if he really wants it on social media, I can be there for him.
I
almost want Spacer sponsorship.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yes. I have them right here. Like I have my toe spacers right here. They're just not on my feet.
Yeah. I have them too.
Are we about to turn this into a foot podcast?
No.
Only feet, no CrossFit. Just how to blow up on social media with feet social media posts.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I almost wanted to take pictures of my wife's feet and post it on Feet Finder, and so just so I can get like another source of revenue that's coming into the household.
It's income, man.
Yeah, she's like, I do not do that, and I'm like, we're missing out. We are missing out.
It could be a couple grand each month. You never know.
Yeah, I know. It'd be crazy, and then like I could just like intertwine my feet here and there, and like maybe they appreciate that. But anyway, but Kelly, so I know we've talked a couple weeks ago, but how's everything going with you?
It's great. It's things are moving fast. I guess since we last talked, I've been offered a spot on seminar staff, so starting that journey.
Let's go. Let's go.
So cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like a dream of mine. So
it is. It's been a dream of mine for a really long time. Like I remember asking Pat Barber at my level 2 what it was going to take to get on seminar staff. And it's been like 5 years, 6 years since then. But we made it happen. Yeah, it was cool. Like as soon as I started backing off the competition, like full-time training, that was the next goal. So it feels good to be in it. And granted, like just being accepted on staff is only like the start of a very intense growth journey.
Yeah.
There's a lot of learning ahead, but it's very exciting to.
But at least the good thing is they want you to succeed. So it's not like they're just like trying to like get you fired or anything like that. It's just like, I mean, they want more people to join the seminar staff. So it's like, obviously they're going to be harsh in some critiquing, but whatever. I mean, it's,
but that was like what I loved about the opportunity to be on seminar staff is that I don't know, you guys might have a feel for this, but I'm a 6 a.m. coach. I'm like the morning shift. No one's around when I coach. I don't get feedback very often anymore. I'm the most experienced coach at my gym in terms of CrossFit. So there's not a lot of feedback for me. And growth opportunities. So I love that part of it, that you're just surrounded by the best coaches in the world who have, you know, tons more experience than I do. And you're just getting like so much feedback, and you just like, it's really cool to see. There's like 10 more levels to go in coaching. And that's exciting. I love that.
Yeah, no, that's so cool. Like when I was in Atlanta, one of the gyms I coached at had someone on seminar staff, and then Chuck Carswell would come by like every so often and run
Nice.
L4s through the gym.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so cool. Like I love that. It's like you will get feedback, and it's because they want you to improve, and they want to have people on staff that accept it, and at the next seminar actually are able to implement it. And I mean, that's so cool. I'm like, I'm very excited for you.
I love that. Yeah. No, I was the kid when I was younger. I would like go ask my coach, like, what can I do better? Where are my weaknesses? And if I got like you're doing great, keep it up, I'd be mad. I'd be like, no, that's not like,
it doesn't help.
Give me something to work on.
That's
Sounds
awesome.
like the perfect fit for seminar staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
so
really
what
cool.
so what are the requirements for you now? So I know since you're on there, so it's like you either do like one weekend a month or every weekend, or how's that work?
You can kind of like set your own availability. I'm not through like all of their onboarding processes yet, so I haven't seen like the actual system, but the way I understand it, you like set your availability, and there's like some combination of like they can assign you if you're available, or you can actually like request like, I really want to do this seminar, or I want to work this weekend or something like that. And, based on locations and who's available and who has experience, all that stuff, they'll factor all those things in.
Okay. So with the onboarding, do you have to send in fee pics too as well?
Yeah. Part of the interview process. Yeah. That was early on.
I don't know. That pinky toe looks a little suspect. I don't know. Like maybe we shouldn't send it to California. Maybe we should send her to Montana or something like that. Yeah, that sounds good.
No, I'm just thinking, I'm like, do you have to like move like James Hobart and Julie Fouché? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like, That's like the spot check. It's like they like line up a photo of James Hobart and just like look up at you back and forth.
Yeah. No, I did have a moment when I was I had to demo back extensions. I think it was back extensions, something like it would. No, I had to demo like a squat where I was like super like hunched over. I had to demo it poorly.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't round my spine that much. They're like, more, make it look worse. And I'm like, I don't. Like,
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. I'm really psyched for you. So I know during the podcast you were really excited about, trying to get on the seminar staff. So that's awesome. But so let's go to the news kind of. So Hannah, you just finished competing in the team quarterfinals. So how did your team do and what did you think about the workouts?
So, I mean, we did great. We got 12th. I mean, we went in like technically ranked like 31st. So, hey, I'll take that. I know that teams like, of course, use individual athlete scores to kind of like inflate their team. But I mean, I'll definitely take that confidence boost going in the semis. And I actually thought they were like pretty good workouts. I was like, it was really hard to really there weren't many like individual like aspects of things. Like it was team related. You couldn't like hide somebody. You could like in some movements, but other movements like take the toe to bar dumbbell snatch workout. All of that was synchro. Even on the front squat, the burpee front squat ring muscle up one. Even if you had someone that was weak on the rings, like you can't overtax the person that's good at ring muscle ups because they'll also blow up. So I really did like that there was strategy. There was actually team workouts. I was pretty wrecked by the deadlift one, not gonna lie. That was basically trying to do RDLs as fast as possible. and hold on to a bar for shoulder overhead. So that was kind of like wonky. And there's probably a lot of questionable reps from like everybody, all teams, like including mine. Like watching the video, I'm like, I tried to extend, man. Like I tried to lock out every one of my joints, but when like one rep can be so many places in a workout like that, like you just have to move fast. So that might be like my only complaint, but all in all, I actually thought it was pretty decent.
Okay. All right. Awesome. That's cool. And which one was probably your favorite, you think, for your team?
For my team. Okay, I'll give two workouts. One is workout 3. That was our, I mean, we tied in 3 and 4, but workout 3, it was awesome execution. Like I think all of us were just like firing on all cylinders. And then we actually had to redo it and we tied our time. We had to redo it because of a video error, which was very unfortunate, but like ended up, so like to hit like a workout like that, like out of the park twice, without like blowing up on handstand push-ups, like that was, we couldn't ask for anything better. I think we girls like the barbell workout. The guys definitely, I mean, 205 and 125 for girls is like nothing compared to the 185 and 315 for guys. So we enjoyed that workout. I think the guys can say otherwise. That's probably not their favorite workout, but who knows?
That's awesome. So, so are you excited to be going to Knoxville, or were you wishing the semifinals were someplace else?
Man, I don't know. Like we've been in Knoxville, like, I did MAC both years. And then before semifinals was in Orlando, which there's more stuff to do in Orlando, which is nice. Like, I use Sunday to go to Disney World. Sorry for all my individual athlete friends that were competing Sunday. I went to Disney World. That's the old Super Bowl saying. And, like this year it's teams are only competing Friday and Saturday. So I don't think anything's going on in Knoxville, unfortunately. So, I'll probably end up going to semifinal Sunday and cheering on everyone else competing. But I like it. Like, it's like, that's where like I made my first CrossFit games. So there's like, it's very sentimental to me.
Nice. So, speaking about teams, I know you guys were pretty adamant on the teams that got disqualified for certain reasons. So, Aaliyah, you want to talk about what you want to talk about for the teams being disqualified?
I mean, yeah, I know there's been a lot of talk about it and a lot of opinions on it. I guess the thing that frustrates me is that, well, okay, so for people who aren't aware, there were a couple teams that got disqualified from semifinals because the only eligibility requirement for teams this season is that you perform all 3 open workouts at the affiliate that you are affiliating your team through. As long as all team members do all 3 open workouts at the affiliate, your team is eligible for the season. There were a couple teams that got disqualified because it turns out they had a member that didn't do every workout at the affiliate. I know, like with the Grit House example, the guy had done the workout at the affiliate, but then he redid the workout, I think at his fire station or something, and got a better score. So he submitted that one. And like, so their team is no longer eligible because he submitted a score that he didn't perform at the affiliate in the open. And I understand when people are like, well, he did the first workout, he did it the first time at the affiliate, he just redid it outside of the affiliate. But the thing is, it doesn't matter because the score that he submitted was not performed in the affiliate. And the only score that matters is the one that you submit. So it's like, if you want to be a professional athlete, you have to know the rules of your sport. And it's on you as an athlete and on you as a team, like the other 3 teammates, the fact that they didn't say anything like, hey, you can't do this, you need to submit your score from the affiliate, like that's what frustrates me because it could be very true that he had no ill intent with redoing that workout and submitting the score from the fire station, whatever. And like, okay, if he had submitted his original score, they still would have qualified for quarterfinals. However, that is a specific instance, and the rule has to be able to be applied across the board. So what happens when that happens to a team that's on the cut line? And now you have, well, if they submitted their original score in the affiliate, they wouldn't qualify. But then if they submitted the new score, they would qualify. And now you have to have a different rule. And it can't be that way. It has to be the same rule across the board in order for this to be a professional sport and to be taken seriously. So like as shitty as it is, because they are a very fit team that would probably have made it to the games this year and done well at the games as they have in previous years. It sucks, but it's part of keeping the sport professional and moving the sport forward. So that's my thoughts.
Awesome. Kelly, what you got?
Yeah, I actually think that was really well said. I think it's like a devastating mistake. And I really feel for them that, like Hannah said, like, they're my friends. I know them. And I know they're like, they're people who like wouldn't do anything with like ill intent or anything like that. And they would be a team that would probably make the games and probably do well there. So it's just like one of those devastating things that was a mistake. But, I agree that like, if we're going to try and push, this sport into the professional realm, it has to be like rules have to be finite, like you step on the line on a basketball court, it's not like, oh, he was close to the line, like you stepped on the line, it wasn't like, oh, he didn't mean to step on the line, like you stepped on the line. It's like it's like one of those things that you have to know the rules, and the rules have to be clear cut and applied across the board without exception. And it sucks because that's just one of those mistakes where, it hurts, and it's like more devastating because it doesn't just hurt the person that makes the mistake. It hurts like a whole team. So I feel for them, but I also think it's fair to hold the standard and be consistent in the way the rules are applied.
Yeah, definitely. So I know, Hannah, these are your friends too. So what are your thoughts?
I mean, no, I echo the same sentiments. Like, it's the only rule for team. I mean, I travel over an hour to go to qualify with the team that I'm on. And to think, like, I know friends that, move states to go team.
Yeah.
So, it is unfortunate. Like, I mean, I know it was harmless. He did it as Firehouse. It wasn't even the score that contributed to the team. Like, someone else filled his place because it wasn't fast enough. But like, again, like, it's the only rule. I mean, you don't have to live within 100-mile radius or do any of these other things anymore that probably still people like skirt the line but hit that. But I mean, a lot of people are like uprooting their lives to do this. Or just like, making big commitments of traveling multiple hours on end to be on a team. There's probably teams out there that, are just hiding it right now. Like, I'm not going to say, like, there are definitely teams that are flying under the radar that just no one knows probably. But like, at least like if you're going to do that, like, try to be like a little bit more like secretive, I guess, or don't do that, please. Like, again,
that's the thing that sucks is like, he like posted that video because he was like thinking about like, oh, I didn't do it at an affiliate with a judge, so I have to submit a video. And he just like, you don't have to submit a video for the open.
Right. Like, no, he was like really like trying to like follow the rules that way, but forgot like the team eligibility rule.
Right.
It's just like very unfortunate. But again, like a rule is a rule. And like if CrossFit finds out, like, yeah, like,
I do think the interesting thing about that, like, I think the interesting nuance to that conversation is that, that because you don't have to submit a video for every open score, they're not checking all of the other teams. So all of the other teams that didn't have to submit a video or prove that they did their workouts at the affiliate could very well not have done workouts at the affiliate. So that, I think, is a questionable part of the way that rule is applied, is that like only if you choose to submit a video can they enforce that rule. That doesn't actually seem like a very fair rule. So on that aspect of it, I think that CrossFit has still some growing to do. Like they still need to, like, either teams have to be required to submit videos or submit proof that they've done it at the affiliate, you know, or they're going to get situations like this where it's like a big controversy because there's teams that didn't adhere to the rule but didn't get caught because they're not checking on everyone.
Right. No, I 100%
Yeah,
agree. Like it's like, yeah, sorry, you can go.
Oh, I was just going to say that's been an issue with every version of team eligibility that they've had. Like, even when it was you have to train at the affiliate, you know, 70% of the week or whatever it is, and show your Wodify logins and videos and pictures at the gym and blah, 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 all that stuff. There was still teams that weren't following that, but they didn't have to prove it because they didn't get called out on it. The only teams that they were asking for proof from were the teams where people emailed CrossFit and said, hey, this team isn't eligible. And then they would ask for proof. So it's like, is it a rule if you're not enforcing it across the board, or if you're only enforcing it when people bring up questions about it? I don't know.
Right. That gets sticky, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely like I think that puts CrossFit in a like, it opens them up for criticism, you know.
Yeah.
If you can't enforce the rule, like
the way I understand it for this year was that he had to submit a video for that open workout because he didn't perform it in an affiliate. You either perform it in an affiliate and you don't submit a video, or you perform it on a video. And because he wasn't in the affiliate, which is the whole issue in the first place, he had to submit a video. And that's, I think, what raised the red flag about it, was that it was recorded on, like, when he submitted the score, it says, did you perform this in an affiliate? And he said no.
Right.
Yeah.
And he could have said, yes, he did. And he could have had one of the judges, like whatever, the judge like watch the video and say, okay, you're good, and like sign off on it. But like, obviously, I don't think CrossFit has the bandwidth to manage to find out every single team that is at the affiliate and training at the affiliate, because like they already cut their staff, you know, beginning of like middle of last year, I think, roughly. Yeah. And so like, you're not going to get like, obviously you're going to get people that like kind of like try to cheat the system. And like it happens everywhere. So
I'm sure there were teams this year with athletes who said they performed a workout at an affiliate that may not have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
and just and put a time.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Pretty much put a time down and didn't even do the workout. I mean, that's a possibility too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like to think it's like, well, it's like to say like, hey, like you have to have video proof. And then, you know, like how like Wodapalooza will only ask for like, no, 2 videos.
2, yeah.
Like, yeah, like CrossFit can do that. There's not as many teams. And literally if you can just like line it up and be like, oh, like they don't have to look at the workout. They can just be like, oh, all 4 people, it's the same background. And then just like and go and move on.
Yeah.
And
they could literally just go to the gym and do a selfie and post it on Instagram. Like all 4 of them, they're like, hey, check us out. We're ready to train. And then just like just be out and do something else.
Yeah. Right. I don't know. There definitely needs to be something though, because like I mean, I don't want to like blame any teams, but like if like it happened to those teams, like if they can't be, it's like I don't think they're the only ones.
No,
they're for sure not the only ones.
Yeah,
it is a hard thing. Like I don't know exactly how they would solve that problem. That's, you know, unless you require some sort of proof from every team submission, you know, like you have to take a photo or something and submit a photo with your, like at the affiliate. I mean, that could still be cheated, but like, I don't know, I don't know what they do. And then are you going to do that? Are you going to go through every team at the open level? Like that's nuts.
That's silly.
Yeah.
Silly.
And then has the
It
AI solution.
It feels very similar to the situation with the I can't remember what workout it was from the open, but the winners, the female didn't have a video to submit.
Oh, the High Rocks female, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think it was
But
like
she got to keep her score, but she didn't get the prize money. But then on the men's side, was it
it was Tudor
like
Magda that
yeah, Tudor
like,
submitted his video because he was like, trying to follow the rules, videoing his open workouts. And because of that, he got penalized. His score dropped to like 7,000. And it's like he would have been better off just saying, hey, I don't have a video. He would have kept his first place. He wouldn't have gotten the money, but he would have kept his first place. And like
yeah.
he got penalized because he was doing the right thing. And then she didn't have a video. And, in a workout with that many deadlifts, there's bound to be some no reps as illustrated by Tudor's video. So like, and their argument was, we're trusting the judges at the affiliate, but then why didn't you trust Tudor's judge if Tudor's judge said they were good reps, but on the video you said they were bad reps? Like
Right.
it's contradictory.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's like penalizing people for trying to do the right thing, which is what this guy did from the team of submitting his video because he said he didn't do it in an affiliate.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Well, hopefully next year, maybe CrossFit will get it right.
Who knows?
I think in the next couple of years, they're going to have like some sort of AI solution where everyone has to submit a video and AI is going to review your video and count your reps and do all the penalties and no big deal.
Yeah.
Or it could be that like team has their own games and it just gets axed from the games as well. It's only individual.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's already at that level now because I guess the team competition's only 2 days for the championship. So
What?
yeah.
That's
So
for semifinals.
Friday and Saturday.
no, I think it's for finals too, I believe.
For the games?
Yes.
Really? I think
Did I get it right? Hold on.
I think it's only for semis.
Oh, okay. I think I got it wrong.
I think it was on
I
the
would be real
invite for
surprised.
semifinals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
My apologies.
I don't know. Hope that registration.
Oh, semifinals. That's right. Sorry, I was looking at barbell spin, and it said
Nope.
semifinals. Never mind. JK. So
False alarm.
yes.
It's all right. This is a fake news podcast, right?
fake news. Fake news. Anyway, so now I want to go over the individual quarterfinals. So Aaliyah, you had a great video of the wall ball burpee box overs.
The grief burpees.
Did you do that one already?
Yeah, I started with that one, which in retrospect was maybe not the best idea.
Why did you do that?
So I knew it was going to be my worst one, and I wanted to get it out of the way and also leave enough time to redo because I have a really, really bad habit of having to redo burpee workouts.
Oh no.
It happened last year. The open workout last year with the shuttle run burpee pull up, I did that workout 3 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Kudos to you. I was so wrecked from that one. I was sick and I literally couldn't my quads were blown up.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you repeat that do that 3 times.
When I was reading
Yeah.
when I was reading that, I was like, okay, that has to be a workout that that you do like as the last workout possible. I was like, because your legs are so fried from all those from like squatting and jumping and like trying to get up on the burpees. Like I don't like where your stories was of you doing the burpee box overs. I was like, oh my gosh, like why is she doing that first? Like I don't know. Are your legs okay?
Yeah, I mean, my legs were a little sore when I woke up this morning, but I went and did workout one this afternoon, and after I got warmed up a little bit, I felt fine.
Okay.
Um, it it is 150 wall balls, but it's 150 wall balls over the course of 20 minutes. So it's not like you're doing Karen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's not quite as compounding. Um, and
Or
like
150 burpees.
Yes, that's what I'm working on now.
That's
Yeah.
oh
here we
yeah,
go.
there it is.
So there it is. That's the
That's the grief
Oh,
burpee.
grief burpees.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um, but it
What?
just like in my mind it made sense to do that and get it over with, basically.
yeah.
Hoping I wasn't gonna have to redo it, but I'm gonna redo it. Um, and I was also like, for me, I'm not concerned about doing the lifting one first because I know that even fatigued, I can lift well.
Yeah.
So like that's probably going to be my last workout, and I'm fine with that because I know that I can still move a barbell well even when I'm tired, even when I'm sore. The handstand push-up one I know is going to make me very sore in my shoulders and my traps. It's also a lot on the hands, so like a little bit of concern about ripping, hopefully not. But the concern is always there for that. And then it was really between one and two, which one I was going to start with. And I think like mentally going into sprint intervals like 2 hours after you find out what the workouts are is just a lot. And I wasn't prepared to do that yesterday.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it just seemed reasonable and logical to start with the wall balls and the burpees. And I don't think it was the wrong decision. Um, but I do think that I need to redo it for sure.
No, that's just savage. I mean, it's like you know yourself as an athlete, which is also
Yeah.
very baller. A lot of people don't know themselves as an athlete and then do what like people think they like that is like reasonable, but you need to know what is good for you. But
Yeah.
yeah, kudos to you, girl. I'll be doing that Saturday afternoon and hoping that it's okay for the third one.
We can FaceTime each other and do it together.
I'll do that. I'll totally do that.
Love that.
Awesome. That's awesome. Hey, so Kelly, so are you doing the quarterfinals right now?
Yeah.
So how's that going for you?
Good. I did 3 first, and then I did 1 today. Yeah, I just did 3 first because that's going to be like, I guess like same thought process as Aaliyah. Like that's like the weakness workout for me. It's also like just one of those workouts that I think is going to be, it was super muscularly taxing. And it's one of those ones that I wanted to do fresh. But it's not like something that blew me up for the next consecutive workouts, like recovered really well from it. So it's not, but I wouldn't have wanted to do that after, 150 wall balls and burpees. But my handstand push-ups for me, right? Like my handstand push-ups are especially like strict handstand push-ups are like a weak spot for me. It's something that I'm still working on. And so that's something that I was managing. Like I needed to do that fresh to maximize my performance on that. I can wall ball and burpee all day long.
Well, and to be fair, I didn't actually do 150 burpees. So
okay.
I mean, still, it's getting the triple digits of burpee box jump overs, I think, is quite enough.
Yeah, that's hard. Yeah, that's definitely hard. So when you ladies saw the quarterfinal workouts pop up, like what were your thoughts? Because obviously they talked about, this is going to be accessible for, the people that didn't make it to the quarterfinals. It's going to be great for classes and, all that stuff. So when I heard it was like, you can incorporate it for a class, I was like, oh, okay, this is, I don't know if this is going to be a good program for quarterfinals, skills. But what did you guys think about all the programming?
I was a little worried when they said it was going to be, workouts that the top 25% could do, and workouts that you could run in an affiliate class. I was concerned that it was going to be a watered down quarterfinals this year, but I don't think it is. I think at least one or two of the workouts are going to be challenging to run in an affiliate class. Like the rope climb one, I think is going to be a challenge to run as an affiliate just because of, you got wall space for handstand push-ups, you got people on the rig, you got people on the ropes, you got people on the rings. Like that's just a lot going on. And then I think workout one, having a barbell, a rower, a box, and dumbbells is a lot of space. So like to the affiliates that can actually run those in a class, like props to them. That's impressive. But that being said, I do like the programming. I think it's with only 4 scores, I think it's a fairly balanced test. I think it will get the right people to semifinals. And that was my biggest concern about what the programming was going to look like, if it was going to be kind of just like an extension of the open, and then it would be just very like cardio based athletes making it through. But I think there is enough in these tests to get the fittest all around CrossFitters to semifinals.
Awesome. Hannah, what you got?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I was pretty concerned about just, you're running an affiliate, it's 4 scores. There's very little margin for error with only taking 40 people to semifinals. So I really like the workouts. I know of 2 affiliates here that ran like workout 1 today, and like it went off like, I think some people weren't thrilled. But people are having fun. I do think workout 2 might be a challenge. Like I know with the gym my clinic's in, we don't have 15-foot ceilings. So if like people can make it like through like 10 strict handstand push-ups, which that actually is gonna like bottlenecks a lot of people. I don't know what they're gonna do with rope climbs. So that's gonna be like TBD, at least at that location. But
legless rope climbs.
Yes, legless rope climb, seated legless rope climb.
Legless, yes.
Yeah. Or just like, I don't know, like hold at the top a little bit more.
I'm sure they'll count that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just like climb back down.
Halfway down.
Go back down and go back up.
or you just hang out to the rafters and do like 10 pull-ups.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's it.
I'm going to tell people to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or at least Saturday. It would be Saturday's workout. But no, like people, like I think it's super cool. I love I think like they have a good test of workouts to find the 40 fittest people in the region. So I'm thrilled. I think they're fun. Like I was like on the fence about doing the workouts, and then once they released, I'm like, oh, these are actually kind of they're just fun. So that's why I jumped in today. So
Awesome. Kelly, what you got?
Yeah, I think like my first thought when they were released was, oh, these look fun. Like I want to do these, which was a cool feeling to have. That doesn't always happen. So
would you think that about the wall balls and burpees?
I like wall balls and burpees. I really like that workout.
No, I like that workout too. I think it's gonna hurt. Don't get me
You're
wrong.
all sick. You're all sick.
I almost cried when I saw that one.
Like, for sure it's gonna be that grindy slog where you get like halfway through round 2 and you're like, why am I doing this? I chose to do this.
We paid to do it.
I like that. Yeah, and I love wall balls and burpees, so like no complaints here. But yeah, I totally thought that everything looked really fun to me. I think they did a really good job of creating ways to see separation in the field while still giving everyone an opportunity to play. like with that workout 3, you know, like 3 rounds of 10 handstand push-ups and 20 toes to bar for time is still a good workout. Like that's not a, you know, like, yeah, it's going to be more sprinty, but for people who don't have their strict handstand push-ups, you know, or muscle ups, like it's still a good workout, even if you're not finishing it. And I think that that's cool. I think like the clean workout, you know, I like barbell ladders because, you know, the fitter you are, the stronger you are, the faster you're going to get there, the more reps you're going to get on the heavier barbell. And yeah, I always wish the barbells are heavier.
That's what I thought.
I always want but that's me because I like heavy barbells. So like, you know, I have rarely seen a barbell workout that I didn't wish was heavier. So, but I think they do a good job. Like if they had put the heavy workout in workout 1, say, like, you know, if that snatch was like a heavy barbell, you know, it wouldn't work out the same because no matter how strong you are, there's only so many snatches you can do in a minute. And so I think that the way they set up the clean workout to be the heavy workout, I think there's really an opportunity for the stronger athletes to separate themselves. And yeah, I think I'm missing one. No, I think we talked about pretty much all of them at this point. Yeah. I think I think they look fun. I've had a few friends say that they like wanted higher skills and heavier weights. And I don't know, I feel like there are heavy things and there's high skill things and there's places to create separation. And I think that stuff is only gonna progress in level of difficulty when you get to semifinals. Like that's what semifinals is for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, I think Dave had a week in review video where he talked about like before the workouts came out. He made the comment about, you know, the workouts are going to be accessible, and it's just going to be a matter of like how hard you go. Like it was going to be the intensity that makes the difference for the higher level athletes. And like you look at workout 1 and it's a perfect example of that. Anybody can do workout 1. You're going to do a lot more volume if you're fitter.
Yeah. I am curious to see the results of workout 1 because I do think that that's going to be like one of those things where like 1 or 2 reps is going to be a lot of places on the leaderboard.
Yes, I think that's very true.
Yeah. Do you think so for the men's side, for that barbell workout, do you think instead of doing at 245, if they did it at like 275, do you think that would be a better workout for them? Because I did. So Savon had a Colton Mertens, Taylor Self, Dallin Pepper, and Jason Hopper. So they did the workout together. Like all 4 of them got pretty close to the 30 rep range at the 245. And so do you think if they added it to like 275, do you think it'd be maybe a better workout for everyone? Because, you know, obviously with that extra 30 pounds, you know, there'll be less reps and you'll have like some, you know, crazy weightlifter that can like lift up like more weight. And obviously they'll probably split jerk most of the time instead of push jerk because it's all the energy that's going to be wasted.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I did this workout. I almost failed 165. So, I mean, granted, I'm not the strongest. But it really I think this is like people who are strong, like get to show that they're strong, but you also get to see like their capacity, right? Like I don't, like CrossFit, you're supposed to be good at so many things where I think like if you just had like a super heavy barbell at the end, it's still like kind of like, I mean, it already has like a bias, but that would be really like making a biased workout. And then again, with only 4 workouts and such a smaller field at semifinals, like I think this was like the right choice in weight. Yeah. Like I don't know, maybe like if people who get like a bajillion more reps maybe than me, like, I mean, maybe they think they need to be heavier, but
yeah.
I thought it was quite good. I thought it was a great.
Was it 30?
Yeah, I got 30.
Yeah, you got 30. Yeah. I wouldn't have been mad at a fifth barbell.
Yeah. So like,
I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been mad
and
at
at 165 and then another rest minute and then max at like 185. Well, 275,
Right.
185.
Yeah. I feel like 30 reps is a lot. You know, at one barbell, honestly, like that's just gonna get boring.
It got sad. You definitely feel sorry for yourself during it. Like I was like trying to go like look at the clock. And like, okay, I have to go. But so yeah, like maybe like it probably would have been nice. You would have had another rest minute too, which is also kind of nice.
Yeah, I think that, and they did have a really biased, like that workout 3 is a really biased gymnastics workout.
True.
Yeah.
It's
It's only gymnastics. There is no monostructural, no
only
weightlifting. It is only
There's
gymnastics.
nothing else there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, I think that's probably the only thing that I would have said would make quarterfinals better would be a 5th barbell.
Yeah, so obviously I'm biased because I am a strength athlete. I would have loved to see a 185 bar, even like a 205 bar. That would have been awesome. But
Hannah's like, no.
I'm good with my 30.
I also think it was weird. I also think it was weird to only jump 10 pounds
10
to go
pounds.
155 to 165.
Yeah.
That's a little weird. Like it probably should have been like 155 to at least 175 or 185.
Yeah. And especially sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the loading was weird this year, and I know that they said they did the loading a little bit differently to make it easier to run as an affiliate. So like the female bars were 85 instead of 95, so you didn't have to have change plates. And like I understand that. And maybe the 155 to 165 was just for ease of loading and changing weights in a class setting. I don't know. But it's like there's been a lot of talk about how strong females are getting in CrossFit and how it already seemed not equal across like males versus females when it comes to loading. And now we're going lighter for the females, which seems like the wrong direction.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's the one thing I'm thinking of is like I think just like the females in the sport are stronger now. So like saying like we could do like 105, 135, 165, 185, something like that. But it's just like those are like the generic weights of like, all right, well, other than like the 135, 85, but and even like, I mean, way back in the day, it used to be 185, 135. I really don't know why they made the change to 125 like a handful of years ago. But it's like, all right, well, but like the 225 is typically 155. The 245 is typically 165, which is funny too. Cause like most gyms don't have 15-pound plates too. So you already have the 5 change plates on with the 155 at most affiliates. Like you could have done 95. That's just like, you have to have them already. But yeah, I think just the females in the sport are getting stronger. So like maybe like, in the next few years, it's like the female RX just has to go up. Like maybe instead of 70%, it's 72.5 or 75%.
Yeah, I think the women's weights are hard because I do think that that's correct for the top athletes. Like female athletes for sure are much stronger now. But like for the average, when you're thinking about the top 25%, I don't think that's the case.
Right.
I think that they're, they are trying to make it more accessible. I just think that I think the best solution would have been like, maybe a bigger jump between 155 and 165 and then a 5th barbell to make a head nod to the female athletes that are stronger at the top of the sport.
Would you do a 1 rep max? Or is that too much volume? Would that be just too much for the shoulders and everything?
Yeah, I don't think that workout needed a 1 rep max. Somebody somebody at my gym mentioned that earlier, like, oh, how cool would it have been to go through that ladder and then you finish with a 1 rep max, but then you've got 2 strength scores in a 5-score test, and that's just not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there needs to be a 1 rep max in quarterfinals. As much as I love having a 1 rep max in quarterfinals,
Guilty. Yeah.
um,
I want that too.
I don't think we need that in quarterfinals. I think that's something that you save for maybe semifinals, definitely the games where it's like, okay, we know we have the right people here. Now let's let them show off. But
Yeah.
we're still at a point where it's like we need to get the right people there. And having like the bias that you get from a 1 rep max just affects the leaderboard so much when you have this many people competing, that with this many people and a tighter cut line, it just doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have a couple more questions I want to ask you guys. So I want to kind of make it quick. So I'm going to cut this one short. So so obviously with quarterfinals, there's like not much, hype around it kind of. So Savon is doing this thing called Taylor Self versus the world. So he has Colton Mertens, Jason Hopper, Dallin Pepper. They're all fighting each other to be in the top spot for that whole group, and the winner gets $5,000. And everyone gets paid throughout the whole thing. And I believe Fisa Gaffi, and I don't know who the other person was.
It's Lindsay Lane Wilson.
Lindsay Lane.
Okay. Yeah. So they did a workout against each other too as well, and the winner got $1,000. So, and this is not even part of CrossFit. This is just like just a media group that's like an outside media group. So do you think CrossFit needs to do something like this, or would you like to see more outside media do kind of events like this for quarterfinals? And I'll go with Kelly first. So,
Okay. I guess just thinking out loud, I feel like I don't think CrossFit is the right person or entity to run something like that. As much as like as cool as that sounds, I think that they would get too many accusations of like playing favorites on which athletes they chose, and like, all of the judging standards, like who's making money, who's not making money, like when you put athletes on the line. I think that CrossFit needs to remain the professional entity. And I think that outside media, like I think it's super cool that they're doing that. And I think that it speaks a lot to the growth of the sport. I think the more things like that happen, the healthier and the more robust like the whole CrossFit ecosystem are going to be. But I do think it's kind of the outside media like is the right place to do that stuff. Just because I think CrossFit can't be in the middle of like playing favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, Hannah, what you got?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think it's so cool, like what Saban is doing with Taylor Self versus the world. I wish I could have been like, I wouldn't have like won, but it would have been just fun to like throw down in that setting. I think it does depend on, I think like, like other media outlets that like, say you actually have a training camp and you have so many athletes going through the workout. Some people don't want their score to be out there or be criticized and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think it just depends on the comfort of the athletes or stuff like that. But yeah, like Kelly said, like I think it needs to be like an outside entity, and then like CrossFit can always just like reshare and stuff. Like, hey, like this is something going on in the community. Like, go over there, and it's really like you're rising all tides at that point.
Yeah, but the thing is will CrossFit actually repost this stuff?
I mean, I don't know. That's on them. But
yeah, true.
Like it only helps them.
Yeah. So Leah, what you got? What's your answer?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Kelly and Hannah have already said. I think Kelly made a good point about, CrossFit needs to remain the neutral third party. And I think CrossFit also needs to focus on running a fair and well-run competition. And that's not something that they need to be taking time away from to do something like that. when they already have, their small team. Um, so, they've already cut down on the amount of video review they're doing this year, which I
It's
am not a
insane.
fan of.
Insane. Yeah.
Okay, I will
And
say to
so,
that, all 4 of our videos got looked at. So
okay,
yeah,
that's good to know.
Just coming from me. Yeah, all of our scores like validated and looked at. So
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a little better. But yeah, I think they have enough going on during this time period, especially now that quarterfinals and semifinals are so close together. Like they need to be focusing on the competition, not necessarily the fun media side of it. But I do think it's really cool that these third parties are doing this, or outside media, whatever we're calling it. And I think it's a cool opportunity. Hannah said some people might not want their scores known. And so it's something where it's like, hey, do you want to participate and have the opportunity to win some money? Or do you want to, keep your scores close hold and be more concerned with like your place on the leaderboard, making sure that you're qualifying, all that kind of stuff, which like I totally understand both sides of it. But it's a cool opportunity to have for the athletes who are interested in participating in that.
Yeah. And
So
it
cool.
also,
Sorry.
go ahead, Kelly. Go ahead.
Oh, I liked Hannah's thought of like with the training camps, like that would be a super cool thing for training camps to do. It would generate visibility for the training camp. That would get like participation with their, all of their members. And like, yeah, some of those things would be really fun. It would get more excitement around quarterfinals and people doing it to have like a, almost like a, like an affiliate open style thing for like within the training camps. That's, you put some media behind, that would be really fun.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah. And it's like you said, like Aaliyah says, like if you are like concerned and don't want your score out there, just like it's participatory. Like you don't say like, hey, you're not in this. Like, okay, you could just say like, hey, these 2 heats are going to be the ones that are live streamed. Who wants to hop on? And whoever hops on, hops on. Maybe it's only 2 people. Who knows? Then you only have to run 1, and then the media people don't have to work so hard. But I think it's fun. I've always been like a proponent of I'll give my score out because it's like I know like there's probably someone fitter than me, but then at some point it's like, okay, you have to still have the fitness to get the score that I got. So that's why I've been like pretty open. And also if there's like I can win some money, like that'd be like kind of cool if that ever was a chance. So I just think it's just like, again, like it's great things to hype up quarterfinals. It is kind of like this like hidden thing of, oh, like there's just like this weekend people competed. What happened? So I think there could be more that like happens during it.
Yeah. I think they should hype it up a little bit more. Like actually like do like have, I know Training Think Tank has their own YouTube channel. They could do something like that with their team, or like Misfit Athletics, they could do stuff like that, or like any HWPO if they wanted to do that, or any of like just to get like more content out there. Oops, sorry. Get more content out there for, their program, as well as like just doing CrossFit and saying, hey, look what these people are doing. They're, this is the quarterfinals to get into the CrossFit like semifinals, blah, 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 to then get to the games. It almost feels like before what Savon was doing was like, it was like a weekend of just like no news. Like you don't see really anything, you don't hear much, and then all of a sudden the leaderboard pops up. You're like, bang! Like for example, like the team competition, like it was like, oh wait, it was a couple days ago, and then all of a sudden the leaderboard pops up, and you're like, oh hey, I mean, there needs to be some media going towards that too as well. Yeah. So I mean, even the masters in age and adaptive athletes, just something going out there and saying, hey, these guys are doing quarterfinals. So, check out what like, Athlete X is doing, check out what, this other person's doing, just to get it out there, because they want to get like what, 30 million members for CrossFit. They have like a blank weekend of no news, no video, nothing. So that's not going to help their cause or even growing affiliates. It's not going to help their cause of having a weekend that's almost dead for
Speaking to
media.
that, I do think it would be really cool if CrossFit or some other media entity was going into affiliates and doing some coverage on like the average, top 25%, not the athletes that are trying to make semifinals, but the athletes that are, their goal was to make quarterfinals and now they're doing quarterfinals. That would be really cool. And that would be a cool way to grow the brand of CrossFit and the methodology like they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Love
Yeah,
that.
the gym that I went to do the open, there was only 2 people that made it to quarterfinals. And and one of them was me, and I'm not even a member, and there was just one member from that CrossFit gym that made it to quarterfinals. And so I'm like, yeah, I mean, you're gonna have a little few people, but like at least people should celebrate, those people that made it to quarterfinals, saying, "Hey, congratulations, you made it to quarterfinals. Let's cheer you on to see where you can get." And then post it on social media. I know the gym's Instagram page. They posted. I know it's mainly for like clients coming in, but it's nice to have to show an athlete there that he's the only person that made it to quarterfinals.
Well, that's a big deal.
I was like, I think that would be super cool. Tom, I know that you wanted to bring up you can go beat Dave Castro. Like Dave Castro actually cared about the open so he could make quarterfinals. Film Dave going to the affiliate down the road and going to get some of these people. That's so much fun.
It would be super fun.
You're gonna see that these people beat Dave on the leaderboard and could win some Go Ruck shoes, but let's put it on the line and actually live stream it.
That would be hilarious. I would love that.
Love that.
People used to watch Wolf versus Boz back in the day.
I was just gonna say, I will always ask for Rovi Boz to come back. That was so much fun.
I remember one open. It was Rovi Boz, them two together, and they had other people from that gym, or I think they were at the Rogue Warehouse or something like that, and it was the first time they were doing walking lunges. And so this one dude, some rando that they just picked out of the group, actually beat both of them by a significant amount. And it's just it was awesome seeing that, because obviously you see just them two working out, but then they just add in somebody else, and then both of them got smoked. So it's always fun to see how they work out, because obviously watching elite athletes like yourself do it, it's it's great because they see your time, you're like, holy shit. But then seeing an average person do it, it's even better, because then okay, this person broke it up here, or this person broke it up there. So I don't know.
Like the community heat in the open. So glad they brought that back.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool.
Yeah, definitely. I had another question, but I mean, it's okay. HWPO bought Deca Comp, so I don't know. That it's kind of interesting. And so I don't know. Is Pat Veller an HWPO athlete now?
I mean, technically, yeah, you would be.
Apparently so.
I guess he is.
Yeah. Well, now they can get someone on the podium now. So.
Dang.
Anyway, enough about that.
We'll see.
But anyway, so it's getting time to do our final thoughts. So for the ladies that haven't done this before, so we just kind of go over what our thoughts through last month, or the open quarterfinals, whatever you want to talk about, go for it. So Hannah, I'm going to have you go first, because you haven't been first on anything, so I apologize for that. So here you go.
It's okay. I'm a usual on the podcast, so no, you're courteous to your guests. But hopefully we can make this maybe a thing that happens more often.
I like this. Like this. Yeah. Ain't gonna lie. So
but no, I'm excited for the rest of quarterfinals. I'm definitely gonna ask these girls what they got, because I'm in the East and I'm also a team athlete. So and just I love seeing just the shakeups and all of those things. Yeah. I guess like the one other thing is I'm kind of bummed that we only get 2 days the workout for teams at semifinals. Like, again, like I think I like mentioned earlier, like I hope our registration fee goes down if we're only competing 2 days. I doubt it will.
Probably not.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't know, like I kind of like having 3 days of competition. It's fun. So I would like more clarification why that happened, but that's about it.
Okay, Leah, you're next.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see if the individuals are going to be only 2 days, like teams Friday, Saturday, individuals Saturday, Sunday. I don't know, or if it's going to be 3 days. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this season so far. I'm really excited about the quarterfinals workouts. Really excited to do 3 and 4. Those are probably my favorite ones.
Nice.
And yeah, this is a lot of fun. I'd be down to do this again.
Awesome. Kelly, what you got?
Yeah, this was super fun. I'm really enjoying this season. It's looking different for me, and I've like come into this season very differently than I have in the past. So it's cool to just like really be enjoying the season. I really like the programming so far, for maybe with the exception of that extra barbell on the clean and jerk workout. Yeah, but otherwise, like I think the programming has been fun. I'm enjoying myself. This conversation was super fun. I would love to continue the chat in the background and do this again.
Awesome. All right. So my final thoughts. First of all, I want to thank you ladies for doing this. I know this is kind of for Aaliyah and Kelly. This is not normal to do this. So Hannah and I, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, cool. What day you got? Okay, we'll do it. But I want to congratulate Kelly for getting on seminar staff. That is a feat that a lot of people never get the chance to do, and so you get a chance to do it, which is so cool. And I would love to see a video of you, like coaching and cueing people of being the best coaches, athletes they can be for other athletes, for them to coach. So it's really cool. Hannah, I congratulate you of getting that chiropractic business going at your gym. So that's awesome. I know your YouTube channel is going to blow up soon with the feet pics. And
Guys, I think my, like, you can find me with the same handle as my Instagram. So if you want to see, it's just me doing a lot of fitness video, or not fitness videos, but like rehab stuff.
Yeah,
I'll go through you
foot, like exercise or drill.
Just need to change the music a little bit. So
oh, dude, I don't even know. I like chose one and moved on. So
But Aaliyah, I want to congratulate you moving to Nevada, into that little tiny house, and just like finding in coaching with Sean Sweeney and getting another view on coaching people from different areas, like small towns and whatnot, and getting a taste of a different CrossFit gym compared to Cobra Command. So I congratulate you on that, and I congratulate all three of you ladies making it to semifinals and killing it, because I know the women's division is tough. It is really tough. So, but I'm looking forward to that. But I did love this Outnumbered thing. So when I connected with you guys and like said, hey, you guys want to do this, I immediately thought of like Outnumbered, and I literally, that thumbnail I sent you guys literally took me about like 15 hours, like a good like 5 to 6 hours like to do, because I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Like, and then like I'm lying in like the picture of me like putting my arm out. I'm literally lying on my bedroom floor with my phone on the wall, and like I'm laying in the carpet just doing that. And I'm like, okay, should I do? I'm recording, and I'm like, should I do this? Or like do stupid faces just to make it look good. And I'm like, okay, I went with this one. And then like just mixing everything together, and like I literally asked like 5 other people that like not you guys, but like other people that like that know I do a YouTube channel, like, what do you think about this? And they're like, it looks too busy in the back. Okay, I'm like, all right, so I changed it, and I'm like, I literally used like Dolly, which is an AI generated image thing, if you're the background, because I was just like, I need to figure out something. So, but yeah, this is a lot of fun. I definitely would love to do this more often. And for everyone watching this, thank you for tuning in, and we out.